Hi, we're Steve and Celestia Tracy, the founders of Mending the Soul. We want to welcome you to the Mending the Soul family and just encourage you. We're proud of you for signing up for a Mending the Soul small group. And I especially want to do a shout out to you men. As a guy, I understand it can feel almost like a betrayal of our masculinity to admit that we've been deeply wounded. It takes a lot of courage. So for all of you, including you men, well done, well done. You're entering into an exciting adventure, but also a challenging one.
Challenging and scary. And that is because Satan is a deceiver. He's a great big bully. And he makes us afraid of the very things in which we will find our life, find freedom. And as you take these first steps into the group, it's going to be hard. And the first couple of chapters are the hardest because you will be uncovering secrets, pieces of your past that you probably have not felt safe enough to talk about before. And we want to encourage you to stay in it because there are so many treasures you will find along the way. And every week will get a little bit easier. You will become a little bit more comfortable with the journey. You will find that your shame, your toxic shame about aspects of your original design will be replaced with freedom. You will begin to experience more and be activated in ways that God has created you to represent Him in the world. And that will be an exciting journey, and that will encourage you. It will also encourage the group members. Your sorrow, your pain, as you let yourself feel and talk about those experiences that you have had in which you have been deeply hurt, deeply shamed, humiliated. As you have courage to talk about those, that shame will lift, and the sorrow that you are feeling and expressing, that grief, you will not be alone in that deep place of sorrow. You will have these other participants and your facilitators around you. And you will find that your heart's capacity will be increased. As it's increased to feel and express pain, it will be also, the capacity will be felt and increased to express joy. And joy and gladness and sorrow sit very closely to each other. So you will come alive, and that will be a surprise that you will experience in this group. And you will also come to know your story in a way that you haven't before, because you have been made very uniquely. You have characteristics of God unlike anybody else around you. And as you are activated in your original design, you will begin to understand what are the purposes in your pain. How will your pain be redeemed? That's another treasure you will experience.
But this exciting adventure doesn't happen automatically. So I'd like to share just a few things briefly that will help make this the most positive experience for you. And one, I'll just underscore what you said, Celestia, persevere. I have a friend right now who has cancer and is going through chemo. And in one of his early blogs, he said, I now understand why they call it fighting cancer. When I heard that, I thought, wow, that's like healing from abuse. It's a fight. Abuse wounds us at the core of who we are. So to go through a healing journey here through doing a Mending the Soul small group, it is a battle. And it will require perseverance. There'll be times that you just flat want to quit. There'll be times you don't want to do your workbook exercises. There'll be times you don't want to share. So we want to encourage you, persevere. Healing is worth it. Satan has had his way long enough in our lives, in our world. God wants to heal, but we have to enter into that process with some perseverance. And then secondly, I want to encourage you to practice healthy self-care. When we begin to revisit those things that were so painful to us, it stirs a lot of stuff up. Trauma symptoms. You may experience nightmares, flashbacks, possibly some low-grade depression, etc. As things get stirred up, it's so critical that we attend to our self-care. Pay attention to your diet, exercise, the things that help you have a sense of relief. That's really, really important. Give yourself space. Cut some other things out possibly that will give you a little extra space for your self-care. That's really important. And then finally, we can't do this alone. You have your small group, but make sure you also have a few other people in your life outside your small group who are supporting you, that you can share with, that are praying for you, praying with you as you want that and need that. That's really important that we have a team behind us supporting us. And if you're married, let your spouse know that this is going to be a challenging time, and you won't be yourself, but that's a good thing. As God heals, we have a new self that's infinitely better.
So thank you for your courage to enter into this journey. We welcome you. We're here to support you, and we are very thankful for you.